Crash Bandicoot 4 has all the familiar markings of the first 3 games. Linear level design that demands precise platforming skill and a plethora of collectibles, crystals, and secrets to uncover. But it also introduces a few fun iterations to the formula. The story, meanwhile, is as Crash Bandicoot as it gets. Doctor Neo Cortex and Entropy have escaped from their interdimensional prison, but not without wreaking havoc and ripping a gaping hole through the fabric of space and time. Once again, the evil scientists embark on a mission to take over the multiverse while Crash and his sister Coco do everything in their power to stop them. If you're anything like me, you probably won't be paying too much attention. That's because you'll be busy falling to your death an uncountable amount of times while trying to smash every box and collect every bit of Wampa fruit through gritted teeth. Yes, Crash Bandicoot 4 feels like it will retain the series' signature difficulty and maybe even crank it up a notch. Or 2. My death count quickly added up, admittedly, but I wanted to keep trying. Thankfully, my number of tries was not limited to the number of lives I had, because there was 2 modes, Modern and Retro. Modern mode gives players unlimited chances to finish a level, only taking you back to the last checkpoint after you died. Retro mode, like the classic games, will send you back to the beginning of the level if you lose all of your lives. It's a nice option for those who want that classic experience. In Crash Bandicoot 4, Crash's movements are fluid and jumping no longer feels like you're being weighed down by an invisible sack of potatoes. He also has all of his signature moves along with some fun, new abilities temporarily granted with the help of Quantum Masks. Quantum Mask Lani Loli has a power to phase objects in and out of existence. He's introduced in Dino Dash, a level overgrown with poisonous flora that spits out venom and dinosaurs. There's one dinosaur in particular that wants to eat you, but we'll get back to that. Lani Loli's power assisted me in getting Crash safely across a long winding vine suspended over a canopy of trees in Dino Dash. The circle button let me alternate between hanging below the vine and standing on top of it, while Lani Loli's power let me phase in crates to break them while phasing out pesky obstacles that threatened to knock Crash off his path. The Lani Loli power didn't feel too overpowered or overly frivolous. It required thought and skill to use, and I'm interested to see more. And remember that hungry dinosaur I mentioned earlier? Dino Dash also features a chase segment with a T-Rex that requires some very nimble platforming. During this eventful chase, a random event occurs setting off a pile of rocks that stops the T-Rex in its tracks. This is called an alternate timeline, and it offers players a chance to play as a different character and see how certain unexplained events are initiated in a level. In the alternate timeline in Snow Way Out, you play as Neo Cortex. He only has a single jump rather than Crash's double, and instead of a spin attack, he fires his polymorphing blaster at enemies. The first blast turns them into a stone platform, while a second shot reduces them to a gelatinous cube and convenient bouncy surface. Couple this with Cortex's jetpack dash move, and suddenly there's almost a new but still quite engaging platformer thrown into the mix. Cortex's portion still required precise timing and a little platforming experimentation, but in a new, rewarding way. Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time feels promising thus far. It has all of the appeal of a classic Crash game, but with meaningful additions and improvements. The art style might be the best Crash Bandicoot has ever looked, and the difficulty feels true to the series. Even though I do hope later versions of Crash Bandicoot 4 have accessibility settings outside of the 2 different modes I saw in the demo, so it can be more welcoming to everyone. For more on Crash 4, check out the official trailer, and of course for everything else in the world of gaming, stick with IGN.